Chapter 40. Matt decided to take a hard look at Harold Worth first, and knew from experience someone would tell Harold, "The cops are asking questions about you." There was no way to avoid this, and Matt didn't try. In fact, he was counting on it. He wanted word to leak back to Harold and Kelly. Harold's best friend turned out to be Andrew Neem, Hera's weird worshiper. It made sense. Two nutty kids forming a friendship on the fringes of high school society. Matt had tried reaching Andrew directly first. 3 calls, 3 voicemails, 0 responses. The kid was clearly avoiding him, screening his calls like a pro. Fortunately, Matt knew how to solve that problem. In a world where gods and goddesses walked the halls of Vista Ridge High, there was a clear chain of command. He called Hera. "Barbara, it's Special Agent Matt Barry. I need to speak with Andrew Neem. He's not returning my calls." "I see." There was a pause, then, "He's here with me now. Would you like to come over?" "Perfect. I'll be there in 20 minutes. "We'll be waiting," she replied. Matt had barely ended the call when his phone rang again. Andrew Neem's name flashed on the screen. "Special Agent Barry," he answered. "I'm so sorry I missed your calls," Andrew said, his voice breathless with anxiety. "I was busy with school stuff, and then my phone died and—" "It's fine, Andrew," Matt cut him off. "I understand you're at Hera's house?" "Yes, sir. Goddess Hera said you wanted to talk to me. I'm really sorry for not calling back earlier. I would never intentionally ignore—" "I'll be there in 20 minutes, Matt said, ending the rambling apology. Hera's power over her followers was impressive, if disturbing. One word from her, and Andrew transformed from avoiding Matt to practically begging for forgiveness. Matt wondered if Harold responded to Hera with the same devotion, despite his mother's religious prohibitions. Hera met him at the door, dressed in that outfit that reminded Matt of I Dream of Jeannie. The flowing white toga belted at the waist, golden clasps at her wrists, and those Roman-style sandals laced up her calves. Her hair was elaborately arranged atop her head in a style that wouldn't have looked out of place in ancient Athens. She'd added something new since his last visit, a thin golden circlet across her forehead, complete with a small jewel that caught the light. "Special Agent Barry," she greeted him. "Please come in." Andrew knelt on the polished floor in the center of the room, head bowed, hands resting on his thighs. He too was in a toga. "Andrew has been helping me prepare for the opening of my temple," Hera explained. "We were just discussing the installation of the altar." Matt glanced at the kneeling boy, then back at Hera. "Do you mind?" he asked, pointing to a nearby chair where Andrew could sit. Andrew looked up at Hera. "He's not allowed," Hera said matter-of-factly, as though explaining that the sky was blue. "He prefers to kneel in my presence anyway." Matt felt his jaw tighten. "Can we make an exception? This is an official interview." "I'm afraid not," Hera said. "It sets a bad precedent. He'll answer all your questions from where he's at." Matt mentally counted to 10, reminding himself that he was here to gather information, not pass judgment on Hera's bizarre pseudo-religion. "Fine," he said. "Andrew, I appreciate you making yourself available." Andrew nodded, keeping his eyes lowered. "Of course, sir. I want to help." Matt pulled out his notebook and pen. "How long have you known Harold Worth?" "A couple of years, I guess," Andrew said. "Since before his father died?" "Right before then. Yes." "How did he handle that? His father committing suicide?" Matt asked. Andrew spoke without making eye contact, his gaze fixed on a spot on the floor. "It was hard on him. I didn't ask questions. He didn't talk about it." Matt turned to Hera. "Why doesn't he look at me when we speak?" "Would you like him to?" she asked, as though offering to adjust the thermostat. "Yes, I would." Hera turned to Andrew. "Look at Special Agent Barry when you speak to him." Andrew's head snapped up instantly, his eyes meeting Matt's. The immediate compliance was unsettling. Hera smiled, one of those "see what my puppy can do" smiles. "Has Harold been acting any different lately?" Matt asked. Andrew considered the question. "He's quiet, but he's always quiet." "More so lately?" "I guess." "When do you see him?" "At school. Sometimes here, when he can sneak away from his mother." "Have you had any discussions with Harold about the murders?" "Sure, everybody talks about them," Andrew said. "What did you two talk about specifically?" "Harold agrees with me that they arrested the guy that did it." What about Becky Johnson? McKnight was in jail when she was killed, Matt pointed out. Some sick copycat, Andrew said quickly. That's what Harold thinks too. Someone trying to make it look like McKnight is innocent. What about Raymond Merrick or Ed Black? Did Harold have issues with either of them? Not really. I mean, they were gods, you know. They didn't pay much attention to kids like us. Kids like you. Mortals, Andrew clarified, then quickly amended. I mean, that's what they called everyone who wasn't in their group. Matt pushed on, trying to pin Andrew down about Harold's whereabouts at the time of the murders. The boy claimed to have no information. According to Andrew, he spent every free moment at Hira's house, worshiping and helping prepare for the temple opening. He couldn't account for Harold's movements. Thank you for your time, Andrew, Matt said, standing. I appreciate your cooperation. Andrew bowed his head. You're welcome, sir. Matt turned to Hira. Could I speak with you privately for a moment? She tilted her head slightly, considering the request, then nodded. Andrew, give us a moment. Yes, goddess. Andrew hurried out of the room. I need a favor, he told her once the door was closed. What kind of favor, she asked. I need to know if Andrew calls anyone after I leave. Hira's expression turned quizzical. Who do you expect him to call? He's Harold's friend. If I'm right, he's going to call Harold and tell him the police are asking questions. If you are worried, I will forbid it, she offered. I don't want you to forbid it, Matt clarified. I want to know if he makes the call. Hira considered his statement. I see. I'll do what you ask. Thank you, Matt said, reaching for the door. Wait. Hira rose, crossed the room, and placed a hand on his chest. Matt stepped back in surprise. You're not wearing your necklace, she said. No, he said, not knowing what else to say. Do you believe I can tell the future? She asked. I have no way of knowing, Matt said, wanting to leave and not wanting to be rude. I can. Wear your necklace. It will protect you, Agent Barry. Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you for your time, he said and hurried out. 30 minutes after leaving Hira's house, Matt's phone rang. Her name appeared on the screen. He answered. I have what you want, Agent Barry. Hira's voice came through. Andrew didn't call Harold. He sent text messages. Would you like to hear the exchange? Please. First is Andrew. Hey. Then Harold. Hey. Now Andrew, I am at Goddess Hira's. A cop just left. He was here asking questions about you. It's that special agent dude. What else? Matt asked. Harold asked. What did he want? Then Andrew said, he asked a lot of questions about you. It's like he thinks you had something to do with those murders or something. Then Harold again. Did he ask anything else? Andrew replied, nah. Harold said, thanks. I gotta go. That's the end of the conversation, Hira concluded. How did you get these messages? Matt asked. Andrew surrendered his phone to me for inspection upon your departure, as is my right. Matt chose not to comment. Instead, he focused on the information. Thank you. This is helpful. Of course, I hope you find who you're looking for, Agent Barry. So do I, Matt said, disconnecting the call. Matt stood in the doorway of Oberst's office. He knocked softly on the doorframe. Got a minute? Matt, she said, I've been meaning to call you. How's it coming with Jen? He asked. Oberst sighed. She poked a 3-ring binder in front of her with a finger, as if it had personally offended her. I wish I had better news. She's dropped out of sight. We have nothing right now. What about her cell phone? Credit cards? Dead ends, Oberst replied. What about her car? Matt pressed. That red Mustang is pretty distinctive. I didn't tell you, did I? She shuffled through some papers, pulling out a crime scene photo. We found it abandoned in the parking lot of a Super 8 in Garland. So she either has a replacement or she's on foot. Is she still in the area? She shot a cop. Common sense says you run at that point. She knows every badge in the state is going to be looking for her. You'd think, Oberst agreed. She tapped her pen on the desk. That's the problem, isn't it? She's not using common sense. I know that you know to be careful. She might be running at this point, or she might be lying low waiting for another shot at you. A lot of people are hunting for her. Eventually we'll get her.